Hi everyone, and welcome to our reaction to Season 1, Episode 2 of Blah Blah Blah. And the reason why I'm not saying the title of the show is as an experiment. I invited Min, who has done two reaction series with me. Together we've done Chernobyl and The Watchmen. I invited him for this second episode without telling him what the show is, because it was all spur of the moment. So I decided, why not do it as a surprise? So as of now, Min has no idea of anything about the show. He doesn't know the length of the episode. He doesn't know when it was created. He doesn't know the title. He knows nothing. Now, in a second or two, I'm going to give him some breadcrumbs. I'm going to give him the IMDb score of the episode. He knows it's episode 2 of season 1, so you have that. And then I'm going to give him a partial title of the episode. Not the name of the show, but we'll give him a clue to the title.
Part of the title.
Not the whole title, because Min is smart. He might guess the show if I give him the full title, so I have to take some things out. But I will give you 2 words from the title.
What is it then?
All right, so first let's start with the IMDb score. So the IMDb score of season 1, episode 2 of Mystery Show is 9.1.
9.1. Decent.
Yeah.
I've seen higher, but rarely anything goes too high anyway on such a big playground like IMDb.
Right, and that's from 3,000 votes. So that's a fair sample. It's kind of small, but it's good. It's a good size. In statistics, I think they use 1,000 as the minimum for a sample size. So 3,000 is fair. I've seen much bigger, but you know, it's okay. It's good enough. Now, for the title, partial title. Is Park Corner.
Park Corner?
Yeah, I can't give you any more. If I do, I'm afraid you'll guess the
Spider-Man.
I was thinking you might think something like that. Yeah.
Like because you got Park, like Parker.
Well, remember, it's a TV show though.
Corner. TV show?
Yeah, it's a TV show.
And Park and Corner.
Yeah. I thought you might think like Spider-Man. Yeah, I could totally see that. Yeah,
I'm a red getting wrecked right now. It's yearning for more.
Yeah, I can't tell you. I can't tell you any more than that. Alright, so the interesting part is, I have not discussed this show at all with Min. I don't know what he knows about it. When we watch the episode, I'm curious how long it'll be before he guesses what it is, and I don't know how much information he has about the show. So, join me in a second after the intro,
in the dark,
when we will do this mystery
experiment.
The mystery reaction. Now, when the title sequence rolls for the show, then I will fill Min in on what he missed in episode 1. So there will be a point where I try to catch him up a little bit. But until that time, let's enjoy seeing when Min will guess what the show is, if he does guess. And join us in a second when we will give you our reaction to Mystery Show Season 1, Episode 2.
Something with Park Corner.
That's right. All right, we are on.
Oh, lost, right? Oh, ostriches. Australia, maybe? It's British. What? Aboriginal people, it's Australia.
Now, it remains only for me to pass on the apologies of my father, King George.
Oh. The Crown.
Yes, you got it. Of course, when she said King George. Yeah.
And he will be here with you all again very soon.
So she's Queen Elizabeth?
Yes. Right now, Princess Elizabeth.
Right now, Princess. Oh, but she's still alive in these days, right?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Very old.
Uh-oh, you were not aware the Queen is still alive? Danger. I was wondering how much you knew about the royal family.
Okay.
Dude. Just casually insulting the king.
Yeah.
Congratulations. And so that is the first scene of The Crown Season 1, Episode 2. And join us in a second. I'm going to fill Min in on what he missed in for Episode 1.
Tell you, I woke up this morning feeling like a new man.
Is that keen?
I think you should enjoy it, sir.
Because it's not for long, sir.
Then start with the exchequer. Read it aloud.
Like a good little whiskey in the morning.
Even when it's in the national interest, huh? The national interest.
Sounds
or
empty.
Anthony England's interest.
Very nice remark.
Yeah.
It is better to be patient and get what you desire in the right time. And have high office thrust upon you when you are not ready.
You can't buy good advice like that.
He looks like that guy from How I Met Your Mother.
Patrick Harris?
Yes. A bit like from the sideline.
Right, he does a little bit, yeah. He was Doctor Who for a few years.
Oh, that explains why I feel so familiar.
Right.
Oh. The cranky Doctor Who would like angrily fit the bow tie.
Yes, yeah. And Patrick Neil Harris is the other actor you're thinking of. Someone's getting laid tonight.
Ooh.
It ain't the elephant. That elephant's always ruining my game.
In 5 months, 4 continents.
What is he thinking? Maybe.
Yeah, what is he thinking? I like that they don't really tell us. They just show us.
Maybe he's kind of missed it. Like I supposed to go. I do want to go, and maybe that's the sign that his time is passing. And that is Margaret. I can feel it in the air.
Yeah, she must know something's up. This is not normal at all.
People running at 7:30.
Yeah. Oh, that's awful.
Very good acting.
She's like, no, that can't be my dad. That can't be my dad.
And the flag. Oh, such a powerful moment.
Call the foreign secretary. Tell him
Winston.
Hyde Park Corner.
That's the title. Hyde Park Corner. It's the
The
code
cemetery.
word. It's the code word that the king has died.
Really?
Yeah, so they had a code word ready in case the king died.
Notified.
What's she thinking? I like how they give us these moments where
Yeah.
yeah, we
What's
don't
really happening
yeah, and they don't tell us
inside their mind.
Yeah.
East African Airways C-47, starting on the 13th.
He looked at him and he's walking up in a hurry. He said, oh, what's up?
Let's go. Let's drive, shall we?
The difference
Yeah. They
really growed on you.
yeah, they have no clue. It's just a
Yeah.
normal day. They're just goofing around.
The opposites feeling
Yeah.
across the world. It's
Yeah.
just like my staggering.
Yeah,
It's like when will all the break happen? It's all built up.
yeah.
You drag me in as a very good episode, sir. No, it must be now.
She's got to be like, what is that about? That's really weird.
And then it happened. No.
He knows. He knows now.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I tell him, tell
Yeah.
her.
The actors are doing a great job with their faces. Look at this. She's like,
Look at
"Huh,
her
what?"
face, like.
He's like, you can't hide that feeling you have. He's got death. He's got death on his face.
Yeah, he's like,
Such a good job of the actor.
but no,
Mmm.
the eyes.
Mmm.
In the
Oh.
middle of nowhere in Nairobi.
God, that gets me. It's like anyone can relate to that.
Yeah.
They're not king and queen there. They are just
Father
people.
and daughter.
Yeah.
And the
The
couple,
husband, yeah.
and this guy's the thin line between what should
Yeah.
like the personal moment
Yeah.
and the press.
Yeah.
Like I think if they charge in, he will shoot them on spot.
He might.
Yeah, like don't you dare interfere here. I will go to jail for this. Painful.
God, she just holds that hand like, is there anything there? What's?
To check if there's a single speck of soul.
Yeah.
Is this the same?
No, it's all gone. He's not there.
I'm going to tell my mother not to
She's
send you.
doing such a good job. She's like, doesn't know what to do with herself. She's all hysterical. Doesn't know what to do with herself. She's all hysterical.
Very good cinematography. Like she's shut up in her own work, like fixing up. Now I'm facing you.
Yeah, the show looks great.
Because she's queen now.
Yeah. Everything's changed. In a matter of minutes, it's all changed. Even her resort where she was staying, it's all different now. Everything in her world has changed.
And the kid is not cheering around gleefully anymore.
Right. They've got to be more restrained because that's the king and the queen.
Yeah.
God, the look on her face.
Yeah. The invisible weight of the crown
Yeah.
is manifesting clearer than ever.
Ignore me then.
I don't
Now
know.
she's reassuring him.
No, that look she gave him
Yeah.
was, I'm saying it's probably nothing, but I'm telling you with my look, it is something. I think it's something.
I'm sorry.
I thought we'd have longer.
Meaning not longer on vacation, but just longer before she became queen.
When we land, what will happen then?
She wants the man who is able to face down an elephant to help her now, tell her what to do. But he can't.
Yeah, facing an elephant and the enemy navy is not the same thing as being king.
If you're presiding over the meeting on behalf of the PM, shouldn't you be sitting in the appropriate chair?
So the entire committee is now trying to push him, like you sit in this chair, so that you will replace him soon.
Your Majesty.
British Reserve. I'm not going to say what I'm feeling because I'm British. Instead, I'll just say, Your Majesty, and then sigh.
It was a great honor, but now we depart.
But you didn't even say that. You just said, Your Majesty.
What does it mean?
He goes first.
They are no longer equal.
That's right.
So I can totally see that we are going to see an episode where everything build up for his anger.
I think there'll be more than one episode, but yeah, definitely.
Look at him, the walking, the posture.
Yeah. Choose a long pause.
Yeah.
Choose a long pause. Yeah. They would
to take
kill you if you did that today. Yeah.
Wait.
On the edge of catastrophe.
It's all different now.
Yeah.
You can't just follow your sister like you did before. You can't get in front of your sister.
This is a very powerful image.
Oh, she has to bow to her own granddaughter. Oh my God.
It's on you now.
And that's the end of the episode. Join us in a second where we will do our review of the episode. Min's head's about to explode, so join us in a second. And that was our reaction to The Crown. I can finally say the name of the show now.
The Crown.
Yeah, The Crown.
Oh.
Season 1, Episode 2,
Hyde Park Corner.
Yes. And Min, now tell me, what are your thoughts on the show and the episode now that we have finished watching Episode 2?
Surprisingly, impressively well done. Like at first, I thought like, well, I'm still watching it like, what kind of wacky hell is this? Another superhero movie? Is that like weird colony places?
Right, so he's talking about how the fact I didn't tell him anything about what we were going to watch. Just a complete, total surprise.
He told me about partially the name of the show, which is Corner, Park Corner.
Yeah, Park.
And even if you tell me that the full name Hyde Park Corner, you guys know what that means?
Well, it's a British. I figured British. You would know Hyde Park is British.
But well, it's the code name for the death of the kings. And let's go back to my feeling about this episode, shall we?
Yeah.
Surprisingly well made. Like, at first, I had no expectation. Like, what could I get watching a show about ascending to the thrones of Queen Elizabeth?
Did you know anything about The Crown before you watched?
It was a show about Queen Elizabeth.
That's all you know?
That's about it.
Okay.
And more, it is supposed to be a history-related thing, and it's very hard for you to make it interesting. Like, most of the time they try to put in some tricks and kind of like bending history a bit to make it interesting, but I'm pretty sure Netflix wouldn't do that. So I was like, what can I see? But then, well, as you said, the beginning started a little bit slow, as we see the previous life, the life coming to an end of King George the Sixth. And but then when his death comes, it's all unfold. Yeah. I really love how Netflix producer captures the eyes movement, the silence moment really well. Yeah. We see lots, we see doubt, we see the weight of the crowd.
Yeah, they do a good job of making that, bringing out the humanity of all those characters. So they're no longer king, queen, prince, princess. They're just people dealing with death the way that all of us have to at some point. But still, the fact that it's the queen intruding upon this very private moment
Like
creates
growing,
that tension. Yeah.
It's like it's the changing moment between a woman and a queen. Like we see the transitioning stage, and we see what would she left behind, what aspect of humanity is lingering in her, awaiting to be discriminated, to be eradicated by the crown.
Right.
I think it's a really befitting name for the show. The
Crown. Yeah. It all relates to the crown,
Yeah.
the way it affects them personally, the politics behind it, and the historical import of it.
Everything's well made.
Yeah.
It's lovely though. It doesn't carry the weight of Chernobyl or other historical related show I've watched before, but still.
Yeah, the stakes are different. Chernobyl was millions of people dying and threat of dying, and the lies and the cover-up behind all that. So the stakes of 1 million people being threatened to die, all of Europe, really hard to match that in a real show. It's a superhero movie that happens every film.
But this one, precisely because, well, back then in Chernobyl, like millions of people were going to die. Like everything can be clumped out together as just death, threats of death.
Yeah.
But here, you have a single human beings there put for you to sympathize with.
Right, it's a more human scale.
Yeah, it's more focused.
Yeah.
And then, like, if you told you, like, million people is gonna die, like, yeah, it's terrible, but that's millions. None of them I know. But this one, like, you get timed. Oh, I, get back to me, sir.
I don't know those people. Screw them. I don't know. Whatever. Millions of people I don't know dead.
This one, like, we have time to know the queen, like the very lively, innocent girl she was at the beginning. Like, you remember that scene where, like, everybody back at home at London already know King is dead, and the queen is still happy, like, jolly, wandering about.
Right.
And we see the conflicting moment. We see everything is built up for the moment of breakout, and
right. You can see all the people around her starting to learn.
Starting to know. It's like a spreading of a plague. Like, everybody, everything is frozen behind and sees singularity shine.
Right.
And that light is about to be put out. It's such a powerful moment.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I was just floored when I watched the first episode. A number of ways. The writing is good. The writing is really good. The acting is good. The directing is good. The way the director gave those actors the moment. Like, we don't know what they're thinking. He left it to the actors to find on their own. To find on their own. What do you find on your own? What do you think they're thinking now? And we'll just capture it. And then the costumes, the money spent on the setting, the location, the music, it's just well done. It's really well done.
Like, there's no single moment that we feel like we're watching a movie. It's more like this documentary. But behind all of that, they put in story as well. Yeah. Like, there's scheming unfolding behind. There are replacement of power.
I disagree about not feeling like you're watching a movie because the editing. There are a couple scenes where they're very tightly edited with the music.
Like, that one.
Like
I didn't
in the first episode, there's especially a moment where the king goes hunting that's really sharply edited. But here it's when she returns and you see Winston preparing to come to 10 Downing Street, and then you see them driving in the car and the people are lined up in the church. That is all very tightly edited to the music. That felt very cinematic.
Oh, really?
To me, yeah.
Well, I'm not that familiar as cinematography as him, so I can't really tell the difference. However, well, I love the intricate layer of the plot. Like, there's that one. There's the story that we all know. Yeah. Like, the king died.
Well, that we know a little bit. Not as well as.
I don't.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I as I said in the first episode, I'm aware of the responsibility of the material. That is, kind of trying to learn it and not being completely unaware. So I have spent time studying British history, and as I go through each episode, I rewatched. I meant to mention this earlier. I rewatched the Netflix documentary. I'd watched it one time before watching episode 2 about the life of Queen Elizabeth and her family, but I felt like it didn't stick. So before watching the second episode, I watched all six parts of that documentary again. Oh. So I'm a little on it. I'm definitely not as familiar as a British citizen would be, but I'm not completely in the dark. Min, you did a good job. You did a good job of hanging. There were a couple things you knew about Prince Philip that I was not familiar with, mainly his military career. Like, I knew that a little bit, but...
I think, like, that we will see more on him later, because in this single episode, we can see it's not just anger, it's not just jealousy, it's a little bit of like abandonment and sudden.
Yeah.
That he felt like, remember the moment like, I will walk her out of the plan. And the adjudicator said, no, the crowd reigns supreme. And
Yeah.
she will come out first.
Yeah.
Even more so, like, how the way people treat him. She's going to see her dead bodies. And she's gonna cry, and he's not gonna be able to come next to her.
Right.
Everything is unfolding slowly. It's nice. It's a very good episode that you drag me in, good stuff.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's it. Unless do you have any final remarks?
No, that's it. That's great.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us. I hope that seeing Min just tossed into this show was enjoyable for you. And please leave your comments. Any mistakes we made about history, please feel free to correct us or inform us or refer us to other documentaries. Because
really ignorant.
Right. If Min continues, that information will be very useful to us. So that just continues to watch the show. So until next time, I'm Anatole. This is
Potato.
Yes, you got it right.
Yes.
It's Potato. And we will see you again soon, hopefully. Until next time, take care.
Goodbye.